Creators Rising. It's your girl Queen Red.
And this is your favorite coach, Lakeisha Herrera.
Yes, and it's Passive Wealth Tuesday tip. We are back at you once again. Yes, yes, yes. Look, it feels weird today, but look, it's okay. It's
It
okay
is okay. Look, I'm
because
like,
we got a good topic in play.
oh, for sure, definitely. This is
This
something that we talk about quite often. Well,
quite
we
often.
beyond talking, we live it. So
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about because I got a little excited about this topic. And for the month of May, we are kind of hitting into lifestyle.
hmm
And I love lifestyle, especially lifestyle that gives you time freedom, right?
for
I think
sure.
that's the biggest thing is time freedom, right? And
hmm
so today's Tuesday tip kind of centers around the question of defining what wealth means to you. And I like that because we kind of hit on that in our recent brunch and learns where we was focused on feeding your wealth vision, and that all focused around what wealth means to you because I mean this is our lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of toss the ball in your court real quick, Coach Keisha, because we did hit on that, and you have made a phenomenal statement during the brunch and learn. And you gave a really good response, but can you tell the audience what does wealth means to you? Hmm.
Oh, you put me on the spot. Let me get comfortable. Cause child, let me tell you, I don't be remembering some stuff.
Look at the
To me. What does wealth means to
same
me? Wealth to me is literally about how I live and enjoy what fulfills my life.
here.
That's wealth. It's beyond money. Yes, money is included
It's
in
included and it's
that. Okay,
important. Yes.
money
Yes.
is very important in that scenario because the Bible said money answers all things. So
Yes.
is definitely a part of that process, but it's not just the monetary gain, it is the legacy, um and what I want to say, it's the legacy, and it's another word that I'm looking for. It's basically like, oh, inheritance, the legacy
Yes.
and the inheritance that my children will be able to enjoy, right?
Yes.
And able to receive. Like the scripture that says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So to me, that's my wealth.
I like that you said that because I didn't realize how important legacy was to me.
Mm,
And we talked about this every so often when we have our days where we're doing content. And with me, one of my first statements is leave a legacy behind, not a liability. And I
mm-hmm.
didn't realize, until recently, I had to ask myself, why is legacy important to me? And
Right.
it's not necessarily like you said, the money. I mean, money is of course needed, but I think it's more or less of, if you really think about it, when it comes to our families, the African American family, our
Mm-hmm.
generation, it's looking at our family history, looking at what we actually have left behind from our previous generation, and what does that look like tangibly and intangibly. I can't say for myself that I have something that was passed down, besides a lot of wisdom and stuff that's tangible goods. It's
Mm-hmm.
what we always talk about, getting it out the mud. Like I feel like I am, and I know you are. I always attribute to you and give your roses that you're a trailblazer. Just like we're getting out the mud, we're doing something different for our families, as far as legacy goes. So wealth to us is not linear. You know what I mean? And it kind of goes to this next question of the dangers of copying someone else's lifestyle goals in defining your wealth. I think that's a critical thing, because even the word talks about not coveting your neighbor's things. And I don't think people realize how important that is in not copying someone else's lifestyle goals and understanding the importance of defining your own lifestyle wealth. and why that's so important. I mean, I can, we can get into really talking about that, but to keep it surface, you know, there are, I know you said a statement one day. You said there is success leads blueprints. That's what it is. You say success leads blueprints, and I love when you say that because
success leaves clues.
Success leaves clues.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, and I love when you say that because it does leave clues. You know what I mean? And then in those clues, you can make your own blueprints. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I like that because in doing so, you know me, I'm a big person. I like to look at different people's lifestyles when it comes to success leaving clues, you know, and I'm not going to make this too long-winded, but you know, one of the people I look at, and I look at a lot, this is just one, is like people like Nene Leakes, people like Maya Angelou, Candy Burrs. I look at the guy who played Creed, just different various people lifestyles. But in doing that, you know, when you said success leaves clues, and it comes to us leaving a legacy and defining our wealth, when you're talking about copying someone else's lifestyle goals, it can get interesting because I think people have these expectations on, for example, on one of the episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta on the new season, Shamia, her husband had got her this Bentley, right? And this Bentley was like $462,000, Coach Keisha, right? And you know, I'm if I watch any show, right, I do watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like that's I'm fully invested. I've seen it from the first season all up to the recent season. The recent season got like 2 stars. Like it's okay.
A few of them, but yeah, that would be my go-to.
It's my go-to. I'm fully invested. But either way, her husband got her this Bentley Rolls Royce, and I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But this is the thing about lifestyle. I can't copy that because I'm not a car person. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nice to look at, but if realistically speaking, that's so far out of my reality. Because one, even if I say I want the showboat, that's not even who I am. You know what I mean? And I think people get caught up in the hype of, oh, that's nice to have, if they don't know who they really are, what they want to leave behind. I'm not even a car person like that. So I've already accepted the fact that that's something I wouldn't even do. You know what I mean? Me and my husband have this thing where we always joke about if we won the lotto type situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? what we would do, you know. And you remember the scene from All About the Benjamins? It's a scene from All About the Benjamins where Mike Epps and the girl he was dating, and she realized that he had won the lottery, and they're in the room on the bed, and then the scene slows down and they're jumping on the bed, and it's like, oh snap, we actually won the lottery. I said, this is me and him. And
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it just goes back to, you really have to understand what that looks like when you're talking about copying someone else's lifestyle. What really matters to you? $462,000 Bentley. At some point, I've had my share of cars to know that I've had a car repoed. I've had a car, you know, car payments. I know the value of what cars mean to me. So when I'm talking about my wealth and my lifestyle, when it comes to me making a plan for myself, a car does not go at the top of my list of lifestyle of importance to me. And I think people need to take time to say, when they're building their passive income and figuring out what they want to have and what they want to do, where do these things value add on their list of to-dos? You know what I mean? And how does that look? Because one of the things I had realized when I was listening to Nene is that she had to come into terms with, okay, I like going out to places to eat, and this is what I get a kick out of. You know, I like to go to restaurants. I like to, you know, eat out. And I think people, you know, sometimes feel guilty about doing these things that make up their lifestyle, instead of accepting this is how they are and shaping their life around building this lifestyle to support this is how they really are. If that makes sense.
Oh no, that makes perfect sense while you were speaking, and you was bringing up a couple of few things
I
ran
know.
through my mind.
Yeah.
But you good. But the first thing I thought about is using that same example with the car, because I am the car person. I'm like, Bentley is definitely on my list of wealth. I am the car person. I need it tricked out. I need some rims. I need my sound basic. Like, I am a car person. But when you were talking about it, I was thinking about like purses. Like,
Yes.
Nowadays, I feel like I've learned so much about designer bags than ever, just from like the social media content and lady women rappers and stuff like that, and reality stars. They're talking about these Birkin bags and hearing the music and this whatever bag, and I'm like, it don't really do much for me. So I remember going to Vegas, and my favorite designer or design wear is like things like Hilfiger, and y'all don't shoot me down, okay? But Hilfiger and Gucci, like those are, I just like the colors and the pattern. I don't know, but I went to Vegas for the first time for one of my friend's birthday parties, and they had a Gucci store, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go in a Gucci store to like buy something. And when I walked in there, I didn't like anything. Like, I did not like nothing. Right. So then I realized, and I was like really trying to force myself to want it. Like, why you don't want? And I'm just looking at the store, and I'm seeing all these bags, and I'm looking at these prices, and I'm like, I don't even like purses. Like, give me some jeans with a couple of cargo pockets, and I'm like, great. A lot of my dress pants, oh my God, if I find me some really cute dress pants, which I have one pair of nice, cutesy dress pants that have cargo pockets on it. I fell in love with, like, give them to me, because that means I don't need no purse. Like, that's my lifestyle. I don't want no purse. I don't want no clutch bag. I don't want no fanny pack. I don't want nothing. Look, I'm borderline. Give me a man's wallet so I can stick it in my pocket, because I don't want to carry that stuff. So for somebody to buy me an expensive purse, it would be a waste of their money. Now, somebody to roll up here in a Bentley, that's a different story. That is matter of fact, that is my besides my 10 acres and my horse, having a Bentley is my ultimate for me. Like, that is like the top tier, because I am a car person. I love luxury cars, right? So that would be wealth. So when y'all see Keisha rolling around in her Bentley, I have officially retired, because I ain't doing nothing else.
But see, I'm loving this. But you see, this is what I'm talking about. This is real conversation.
Yes.
Because this shows the difference in lifestyle. Yes. Because I still want the land. You know what I mean? And my favorite car, of course, I'm an Audi girl.
Yes, you're an Audi girl.
I'm an Audi girl.
You're Audi through and through.
But it's good, because I think people really need to take time to figure out what it is that they want. One of the things that it was this show I was watching. It was, once again, Nene Leakes, and I don't know who this other lady was. I need to find her name. They were talking about their mindsets. And Angela Yee was asking Nene about like 3 points of wealth that she can share. And one of the things that she brought up, her and the other lady she was with, she was talking about how different the things she's recently learned. And I think that's another people need to get over with, is they feel like they're learning these things late in life. To me, it really don't matter. Once you learn it, you learn it. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you need to, once you know it, then you can't unknow it. Like, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I agree.
But she was saying that, because she said she was cash heavy. That's what it was. And I felt that. I said, oh my God, I felt that. And she said she was cash heavy because at one point she was losing a lot of things. And I was like, ooh, I so understand that. And, when she said that, I get when I used to have clients a lot, I understood this mindset of losing a lot of things. So when you start getting cash, you end up tending to buy things outright cash. And she was saying credit wasn't no big thing to her because she had the cash for it, you know. And she said it wasn't until recently, like maybe she said three years recently, where she started, you know, was dating this guy and he was telling her about her credit, and she started focusing on credit. And this is what I get into about knowing your season and leveraging your position. Please tune in. Once again, www.passivewealthgrp.com. Brunch and Learn, May 17th, 11 to 12:35. Please, 11 to 12:30. Join us about leveraging your position. She didn't know at the time.
You said May. Let me interrupt you real
quick. Go ahead.
It will be June. By the time they see this,
yes.
Our June. We have not gotten that date solidified just yet. But make sure you guys check the website so you can stay up to date, because our brunch have just passed.
Yes, please. But she was saying how she didn't use credit at the time because she didn't understand the need for it because she had cash. But now she had to shift her mindset, and she uses credit for certain things. And I think this is where people have to understand how you leverage your position to make your situation works best for you. Yes. You know what I mean? And I love when she said that, because she said the reason she was so cash heavy, and it still benefited her, was because she was at one point in her life before she got into money, she was losing a lot of things. She was getting repos, and she was doing, you know, she was surviving pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, when you're in survival mode, you have a tendency to be in situations where you would lose things. And I think you even talked about it one time doing the Brunch and Learn, where it was a time period where the lights was off and stuff like that. You know, so I think it's very important when we're talking about defining wealth and what it means to us.
Yes.
And getting into that passive wealth mindset, that a mindset shift is very important when it comes to that. You know, so to determine that, because if you can't really define wealth in its true form for yourself if you're still in survival mode. It has to shift with you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, very much so. And a lot of people don't realize that you can still be in survival mode with money.
Come on.
You have money and you still in survival mode. So it's very important that we know how our lifestyle and our income can go hand in hand, right?
Yes.
We have to understand it. We have to make sure that we align the two. And I would have to say that that's one thing that I did pick up from you when we first started working together, when you were doing budgeting, when you were helping with budget and credit, is aligning my lifestyle, the things that I desire and want, with my finances, and what can I do to take care of these things. And so when I decided to go into investing in my first property, that was my mindset. Okay, if I buy these X amount of houses or apartments, this is going to take care of this part of my lifestyle. This is going to take care of that part of my lifestyle. This is going to funnel income for that lifestyle. And so during those times, I recognized really what my lifestyle consists of currently and what I wanted my life to look like in the future.
Come on now. Yes.
And so I think that's very important when we're talking about wealth, because wealth is not a number.
Come on, sis.
It's not a number. And although, yes, there is, network and all these different things, but wealth is not a particular number. Just like I remember learning this through, we was a part of that, what was it, Econ or something? My Econ.
I know.
I remember the guy used to always say, retirement is not a number, right? Retirement is not a number. It's not about an age. That's what he said. Retirement is not about an age. And so we get into this fixed mindset of, at such and such age, by 65, by 60, I need to have this, because that's when I'm going to retire. But you can retire at any age. It's all about the amount of money that you need that's going to sustain you. So before we leave out, I want to leave this question with our audience. What does return on investment look like for your personal life? That's the question that we want to leave you guys, and really think about it and really journal it, like mull over it in your mind as you're hearing the different things that we're talking about today. We're talking about what does wealth means to you, going from a survival mode to a vision-based living. You know, what that lifestyle design look for you, not copying other people's lifestyle, all of those different things. So the question that we want to leave for you is, what does return on investment look like for your personal life? Is it peace? Is it freedom? Is it flexibility? Is it $1 million worth of equity? Is it $1 million heavy, cash flow? Is it that land? Is it a car? Is it fancy purses? Heck, is it just living in a 1-bedroom apartment, right? Where you are at peace with yourself and you need X amount of money per month? What does that look like for you? And now, as you figure out what that looks like for you, write it down and now devise a plan that is going to accommodate that lifestyle. That's what we want to leave for you today. So answer that question for yourself. Me and Nicole have done the work. I'm not going to even lie, looking at some of the topics that we're going to talk about, I have to kind of think about those things myself. What is the return on investment on my personal lifestyle that I desire? Yes, I do want a Bentley. So I am working towards that. I got my Mercedes out my system. I do want to get another Mercedes, but most definitely, even if it's a little used Bentley, I'm going to be in a Bentley. Okay. So we're going to manifest that.
All right. This has been another Passive Wealth Tuesday tip. I'm Coach Queen Red.
And I am your favorite CEO, Lakeisha Herrera.
All right. Problem solved with Passive Wealth. Love.